or even dated. Like, you try to explain it to people and it just sounds stupid. Because technically nothing happened. There was no relationship, no label, no official beginning, so no real ending either. But somehow it still hurts like there was. And I don't even know how to explain that without sounding crazy. Because on paper, you were just someone I talked to. That's it. We weren't together, we weren't exclusive, we weren't anything people would take seriously. But to me, it felt like something. Not all at once. It was slow. It started with small conversations, random texts, jokes, little moments that didn't seem important at the time. But then they started to matter. I started looking forward to hearing from you. Started noticing when your name popped up on my phone. Started thinking about what I was going to say before I even replied. And I don't even remember the exact moment it shifted. But somewhere along the way, you stopped being just someone I talked to and became someone I cared about. And that's the part that messes with me. Because I don't know when I crossed that line. I don't know when I started getting attached. It just sort of happened. And I don't think you felt it the same way. Or at least not as deeply. Because you were normal about it. Casual. You could go hours, even days without talking, and it didn't seem to affect you. But I noticed everything. If your replies got shorter, if your tone felt different, if you took longer than usual, I'd sit there and wonder if I did something, or if something changed. And maybe nothing did. Maybe you were just living your life. But I was over here, slowly building something in my head. Not even intentionally, just imagining what it could be. What it might turn into. And that's the trap. Because I didn't fall for what we actually were. I fell for what we almost were. For the potential. For the idea that maybe, if things kept going, it could have been something real. And I held on to that. Way longer than I should have. Even when things started fading. Because, yeah, it faded. It always fades. The conversations got less frequent. The energy shifted. It went from easy to forced to just nothing. And the worst part is, there was no real ending. No closure, no this isn't working. Just silence. And silence is such a messed up way to lose someone. Because it leaves you with questions. You sit there thinking, did it mean anything to them? Was I just filling time? Did they ever even see me the way I saw them? And you never get those answers. Because technically you don't have the right to ask. And that's the part that makes it so hard. You can't even be openly upset. You can't go to your friends and say, I'm heartbroken. Because they'll look at you like, over what? You guys weren't even together. And they're right. But at the same time, they're also not. Because feelings don't care about labels. You can feel deeply for someone who is never yours. You can miss someone who is never officially in your life. And it still feels real. Or at least to you. And I think that's what hurts the most. Is knowing how easily they moved on. Like it was nothing. Like it didn't leave a mark. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to detach from someone that never even fully existed. Trying to let go of conversations, moments, memories. A version of you that I created in my head. And I hate that part. I hate how something so undefined can still have this much impact. How someone who was never officially mine still feels like a loss. And maybe it says a lot more about me than it does about you. Maybe I just got attached too quickly. Or maybe I saw something that wasn't really there. Maybe I just wanted to be something so badly that I just convinced myself it was heading there already. But it felt real to me. That's what I keep coming back to. Even if it wasn't real to you, it was real to me. And that makes it hard to just shut it off like it never happened. Because it did happen. Just not in the way I hoped it would. And now I'm stuck trying to move on from something that doesn't even have a clear ending. No final conversation, no last moment. Just distance. And I think that's why it lingers. Because there's always that what if. What if I said something different? What if I didn't get attached so fast? What if we had better timing? What if it actually turned into something? But what if is such a dangerous place to stay. Because it keeps you connected to something that's already gone. Even if it was never fully there. So yeah, it sounds dumb. Missing someone I never dated. But it's real to me. And I think that's what makes it so hard to let go. Not the person, but the idea of what we could have been. And I'm still figuring out how to let that go.